Hey everyone, how's it going today? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Welcome back to Space Exploration and Krastorio 2. We are still out here where we were working last time on getting a beryllium hydroxide train set up. And one thing that we do need to do here is we do need to get some rocket fuel out here, basically so that we can power the train, because I don't really want to go anywhere else with it. So we do have a rocket fuel train currently in our system. We just need to actually use it. So to do that, we're just gonna branch off over here. I'm gonna be lazy and just do that because it's gonna work and I won't have to worry about it anymore. So let's do that. And then we can just throw down a quick stop here. That's gonna be rocket fuel drop. Drop, there we go. And we're gonna have our train heading on out here. Now, we do want to do some conditions. We're going to set up some passive providers right here, I suppose, just like that. We're also going to set one of these guys up here. It's going to power everything. We do need to put down, where is this guy? Right there. There we go. We don't have any logistic spots in this network. One thing we will want to do, though, is we're going to... I guess we're going to empty the entire cargo here, which is probably going to be probably enough fuel for the whole freaking game, but we'll see, I suppose. Then we're going to say set train limit, and we're going to say if rocket fuel is... where is our rocket fuel? If rocket fuel is less than... I don't know, 20, then we're going to output 1L, which is going to basically request the rocket fuel, and we'll be good. Yeah, so that's disabled right now, which is awesome. That's what we expect. Now, I do need to quickly go grab a... I need to grab the correct... Whoa, that is a major lag. Holy moly. I do need to grab another one of these tankers. And why am I blind? Because it's right there. There we go. I just need one. Very good. So we'll get that requested in so that we can actually fill it up. And then I do want some bots as well. We're going to need some logistics bots. 50 is going to be plenty, so let's just request 50. And wait a moment for those. There they are. Very good. Now let's get cracking on the rest of this build that we're going to have to do. So we have all of our trains set up after last time, which is awesome. Exactly what we want, but we do need to set up a bit more stuff because we have all the buildings to set up, not to mention all of the train stops for all the trains that we have set up now. Now, we're gonna do... Oh, I think it was... Yeah, there we go. Still have that requested. Yo, another rocket has gone astray. That is a little bit infuriating, I'm not gonna lie, because it keeps happening to the Calidus asteroid belt. I don't know why that system in particular, but it happens there more frequently than I feel it should, for sure. But whatever. So let's put down those guys. This has fuel now, and we're all happy and good, and this thing is working still, albeit a bit slowly. I think I need to upgrade this belt in here to a green belt for it to be working more efficiently, because these guys continue to be stopped, but that is not a problem for me to solve at this specific moment in time. We are going to go work on our Naquitite, and then I'm going to have a lot of base cleanup afterwards. In fact, it might even need to be technically beforehand, because we are going to be missing, I think, at least the Vitalic reagent, because our Vitamelange production is incredibly lacking at the moment. Ooh, what do we got here? A little deadlock going on, huh? Now, what's the problem here? So this guy came to here when... Should have stopped here. Yeah, that's an issue. Alright, let's switch this guy to manual. Let's back her up. We stop here. Does that let trains get out? I believe it does. That's quite the backup. If I turn this to automatic now, Will it work? Oh, well, I'm just a dummy. And I forgot to put those signals there, so this whole block was blocked. But I think that is gonna relieve this traffic jam that we had going on. Whoopsies, that's what missing signals will do for you. Yeah, there we go. Alright, everything's looking good now. Trains are moving in and out. They're going places. We love to see it. I do love watching the train network. It's just so incredibly satisfying seeing all your trains going all sorts of places delivering resources. It's very rewarding to watch, I feel like. But let's get going. We are gonna head out. We should have all of our buildings already. We've got 1,000 rail, which obviously should be plenty for what we need to do. So we are going to head out here and work on the Naquitite area. Now, we do have, what is it, 6 trains coming in, or 5 trains coming in, something like that. So we've got the Naquitite trains coming down from orbit, and then we've got the solid products, and then we've got Cryonite slush, and we've got the beryllium hydroxide. Is that everything? Let's just double check again. We got and the vitalic acid. Vitalic acid, beryllium hydroxide, the Cryonite slush, and then we've got all the solid stuff and the Naquitite. So yeah, quite a few trains that are going to be coming in here. Now this is the entrance here, so they'll be coming in here, going out here. So that's going to be the general flow of traffic. And I think I'm actually going to head this way first, and then loop up this way, and we're going to just come right through here and make a bunch of stations like right in here on obviously separate tracks that will kind of get joined together. But I do want to do this step of the process first, so that way we can figure out exactly what it's going to look like. Now, what I'm going to do is just copy this guy. Yeah, we're going to just have to go. Whoop, another autosave. These things are getting so incredibly long at this point. Okay, there we go. And then we're just going to copy this bad boy and do this. So let me think. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 total trains. And actually what I'm going to do is do that and delete this guy so that they're all even. Because I like when tracks are even. It looks just so much better and more clean. So there's our tracks. They don't look amazing. They don't look terrible, though. And I think I have enough room in here. Ooh, I don't have quite enough room for warehouses, huh? That is a little frustrating. All right. How are we gonna do that? Well, let's see. We only have 1, 2 that are solid items. So what we could do is we could drop some solid items off here. But I'd rather drop fluids off on this side. So maybe on this one, we will make it slightly longer. And move it up there. Just because I know it doesn't look... I know it's not going to be even now. Like I was just saying, I do like when they're even. But the problem is we do need to fit a warehouse in here for it to drop off successfully. And I don't want to have any issues with that, right? So that's what we're going to do. And then these guys, I'll bring them out like up over here, I guess. We'll bring it out like this. And then this will loop down like that. So that way we can get back out of the system as well. So, there we go. Get these tracks going out. Boom. Bing, bang, boom. Now, I don't, of course, have any signals on here. But I guess it's kind of going to depend on what trains are going where. So we're going to have stops all along here. And of course, these are all going to be different stops. I guess out here we'll have the Cryonite slush. So we'll call this Cryonite slush drop. And we can put up some tanks. Why can I not find tanks? There they are. Let's actually put these guys up first. 1, 2. Then the tanks can connect to that. There's the tanks. 1, 2. Okay. And then let's just do that again and again for our different trains. One more. Wait, is that really one more? 1, 2, 3. I think I have one too many tracks in here now. Right, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trains. And I've got 6 stops here. Whoopsies. Okay. Let's delete this guy here. That's fine. No big deal, no big deal. It's very easy to delete things, and if you mess up, well, it's not really messing up because it can be undone so quickly. So, no worries on that one. So let's just grab these tracks up, and then over here, what we're gonna do is, ooh, got an itch. Jeez. We're gonna put this down. And then here, how did I do the Naquitite trains again? Why am I already forgetting what I did? Did I do 1 or 2? I did 1 2s, right? Yeah, 1 2s. So let's see, we're gonna do 1 warehouse right here, and that's gonna be for all the solid items. Ooh. This is 6. I'm sorry, what I'm just thinking right now is what kind of condition am I going to use to decide when that train should stop and when it should go? Because it's not exactly ratioed, right? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to control it via these guys and just say, like, when there's inactivity here, then just go. When the cargo's full, at the other side, just go. I have to think about that. The Naquitite's easy. The Naquitite we can literally just unload and be happy about, right? So we can just put these down here and say that that's good. This is going to be the Naquitite drop. Call this Naquitite. Oops, why did I call it? How did I actually type the word Naquitite? There's, oh wait, that's solid item pickup. Oh, gotcha. Okay, we're just gonna call this Naquitite drop. Okay. So then, actually, let's finish this rail off here really quickly so that we would be able to have a full Naquitite route from orbit and back, right? And then what I do want to do as well is I want to have a signal that's right here so that the train can pull fully up. Then this guy can go, right? Does that fit? Yeah, that fits. And then we'll just put another signal there. Signals here, 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 and here, because actually those don't really matter. And then over here, we'll do the same right after all the stops. We'll do a signal as well. And then we can break these blocks up as well. There we go. And then we'll put some signals along here. And call it good. There we go. Okay, so let's actually work on getting the Naquitite down here. Okay. So for these guys, what we're going to do is we are going to say... Oh, first let's look at these. Okay, so that is Naquitite pickup. So if we look up Naquitite, which is going to be all the way down here, we say pickup, and then we're going to say full cargo. Then we're going to say not, oops. I got to remember where I'm doing this thing, right? So here we're going to have novice down. And we're going to say time passed 0. I don't know that I actually need to put a condition there, but I'm putting one anyways. And then we're going to say drop. We're going to say empty cargo. And then we're going to say novice up, right? And then we're going to copy, 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 copy. Cool. And then if I say automatic, that should go. That should go, and then these guys are just going to be waiting for their little cargo things. Now, someone did point out that I missed a belt somewhere that I no longer see not turned the correct way. Oh, wait, it's right here. There it is. Thank you very much for mentioning that, because I totally missed it. Okay, so I should see, hypothetically, my Naquitite trains coming in here. There they are. Check it out. That is so cool, getting the Naquitite down here by train like that. Just feels really fun, I guess, to be able to use the space elevator effectively. And then we can throw this guy. Ooh. I need 2 of those, that's fine. Okay. Throw that guy there. It's going to empty the Naquitite. Yeah, they can't carry very much Naquitite at once, but we're going to have several of them going for that exact reason. And in fact, what I'm probably going to do really quickly is I'm going to get the rest of those trains running. But here, what we can do is we can finish these off as well, because we do have those on this surface. So we can say Cryonite Slush drop. And here, what we're going to do is we're going to set a condition, of course, just like we always do with our fluids, because we don't want the train running all the time. We're going to say when Cryonite Slush is less than 5,000, then we're going to output 1L. And we're going to set the train limit there. And then we're going to do the exact same thing. In fact, I should just copy these over and over, and then just switch up the names, right? So this one would be Vitalic Acid, let's say. Vitalic Acid. I don't know what I'm doing. And then here, switch that to Vitalic Acid as well. And then this one would be beryllium hydroxide drop. Let's switch this to beryllium hydroxide. There it is. Cool. So for instance, we can go pick this beryllium hydroxide train. We can say beryllium why can't I never find anything? Okay, there we go. So we can say beryllium hydroxide drop is empty, and then the beryllium hydroxide pickup is full, pick automatic, and it should head on over. We can do the same for this guy. This is going to be the Cryonite Slush drop is empty. Cryonite pickup is full. Okay, potentially, there we go. We're going to tell it to go to the drop. There we go. And then same with Vitalic Acid. We can say Vitalic Acid drop is empty. Vitalic Acid pickup is full. And I'm going to tell it to go to the drop and just drop off the little bit that I know that it has, which should be plenty, hopefully, for what we needed to do to at least begin, right? And then we'll have to deal with these items here momentarily, which I will do. But I will be right back, because I have to do something else really quickly to get those trains running so that we can have all of the Naquitite that we need down here. I will be right back. Alrighty, guys. So we've got our trains running again, and as you can see, they're coming in hot. They are actually pretty fast going in between the surfaces, honestly. So I am seeing a decent throughput with even just 4 trains, which is pretty cool. And I just love watching them going up and coming out and being here before you know it, which is pretty freaking cool, honestly. So how we're going to deal with this, though, is a little bit interesting. So over here, we've got our train, and let me just get there. Okay, so we've got our somewhere. Am I blind? I'm probably blind. I am blind. It's right here. Okay, so we've got our train, right? And currently it is full, which is good news. So I am going to just say full cargo here, I think. I'm just trying to think of reasons that you wouldn't want to do full cargo. And the one reason really would be that some of the resources might be out. Mainly, in this case, Vitalic reagent. Maybe. So... But I don't think it's going to be... I think we do want it to be full cargo. Realistically. If we're seeing issues where it's not doing what we want it to do, well then, at that point, we will change our tact, right? But in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to say full cargo, okay? Then over here, I do need to switch this name from that thing, whatever that is, to this, and we're going to say, instead of pickup, we're going to say drop. And then over here, back over here, we're going to select it. I believe this is the correct one. We're going to say solid item pickup. We're going to say full cargo. And then apparently we can't make it to any. Huh. Oh, there we go. I don't know what that was. It's very strange. Solid item pickup. Oops. Not the pickup one again. We want the drop one. And this time we're going to say empty cargo. Okay. So we're going to do that. We're going to say go. Oh no! That's why. Okay. That's... What the frig? What just happened? Obviously I know what happened. Obviously it wasn't connected. But like, since when... I set it up and they were all connected. No wonder like clicking on the other train made it seem like I couldn't make it anywhere. That's because it was all facing the wrong direction, and so it just was very, very confused. So we're gonna fly down here really quick and just deal with that, because it should be a pretty quick fix. Basically, we just need to connect the rolling stock so that when the train moves, the whole train moves and not just the locomotive. So let us jump on this bad boy. We're gonna back it up. And I always forget what hotkey it is, so let's see if we can, oops. See if we can do this. I think it's V. Oops. G? Yeah, G. Okay, so we're gonna go to solid item drop here. And there we go. We are off to the races now. So what we're gonna do is we're basically gonna use the amounts of items that are in here currently to determine whether or not we should send it. And so like if it's below like a 1/10 of that, let's say, if it's below a 1/10 of that, we're gonna, for all of them, or for, I should say, for any of them, right? If it's below a 1/10 of that for any of them. Ooh, yuckies. Okay, let's fix that issue, shall we? So how we're gonna fix this issue is this guy needs to be moved back 1. Oh, another, dude, these autosaves are taking forever right now. And then that we're gonna move back 1 as well. So all 4 of our trains can fit in these blocks here, basically, so we don't run into that particular issue. Then we're gonna need 6 of these guys. That's a lot more than 6. That's 6. No! Holy! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! I'm making a mess of this. Oh my god. I am so upset. I am a little peeved about that. So let's throw these guys in here. Let's throw these guys in here, and what else? Okay. And then here we'll throw all that stuff. Okay. That's not what I wanted to have happen. Okay, so we're just gonna put everything back in. What I want to do is I want to hook up these 2 guys here, right? I want to hook up all these, and then I want to say, oh, geez. So let's start with the methane gas, or the methane ice, I should say. So this is below 220. We're gonna output 1 methane ice. Okay. If this guy, what is it, 1800? If the anion exchange, or these cation exchange beads are below 180, we're gonna output 1 cation exchange bead. If the holmium is below, the holmium cable is below 100, we're gonna output 1 holmium cable. If it's a very interesting number, I think there must be 3 on the ground over here that I'm missing. So if this is below 84, right? If the iridium plates are below 84, then we're gonna output 1 iridium plate. If vitalic reagent is below 65, so on and so forth. You get the idea, right? So basically what we're trying to do is, we're trying to say if they're getting low, basically, we're going to request them. And I guess we actually do just want to use those. The regular inserters, I guess we don't need to do, I was going to do filter ones, but I guess we really don't need to do filter ones, right? No, we do need to do filter ones because we need to make sure that, yeah, so we're going to have to do some interesting things here, right? So let me just quickly do this last one, which is going to be the anion exchange beads. If they are below, what is that, 120, I'll put 1 anion exchange bead. Okay, then what we're going to do here Well, so first things first is we're going to do the train, which, so what the train's going to do is we're going to take the output of all these guys, and if we say anything is greater than 0, output 1L, which is basically just going to request the train to come here, okay? So that's the train. Now for the actual items, right? We want to make sure that what doesn't happen is that one of the items greatly overpowers the others, and we end up with way too much of one and can't fit the others in here, right? So what we actually need to do is we need to set up very specific conditions, like, so what we're going to do, for instance, is first of all, we're going to connect all of these to one another. There we go. Okay. And we're just going to flip all those around. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to say, if methane ice is greater than 0, work on these two. If, oh wait, that's not going to work, is it? Because the reason that's not going to work, oh, I know what we can do. Okay, check this out. So we're doing this for 1/10 of all of them, right? So instead of using the values of 1/10, we can just use an arithmetic combinator in between here and here, oops, and there, and we're just gonna say each times 10, which would give us the amount that's actually in the train, and output each, right? And that oh, that's not gonna do it correctly, is it? Yeah, because okay, we might have to approach this differently. I gotta think about this for a second. So basically, the problem is, like, it's not gonna be turned on, right? Because it's inserted up to 10%, and we want to actually insert it all, but we don't want to insert too much, correct? So we want to insert up to the level that we want, but not really more than that. So, I think what we need to do, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to craft a constant combinator. Okay, we've got our constant combinator here. So we've got what? 2200 of this. We've got, how much of this? 1800 of this. We've got 1200 of these guys. We've got 1000, actually we've got 650 of this. And then we've got 1000 of this. Okay, those are our numbers, right? So that we do want that for the train, correct? But what we do want to do is we want to say we're basically going to do something very similar to what we do in orbit. We're going to do each times -1, so we get the negative values of everything in our warehouses, and then we're going to add the output of that to this, and then that to the input of this. Actually, we're going to get rid of that one. And that should turn these on until we reach this level, I believe. And we should be able to check that here really quickly against this. We should be able to see the numbers going down. Yeah, check it out. So the numbers are going down. So that's exactly what we want to have happen. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does. Oh, and I lost all of my filters, so I gotta set up those dang filters again. So here's the filters. Okay, and then we'll do these guys doing holmium cable. Say holmium cable is greater than 0 for that one and that one. And then we'll filter by that. Set that up. Again, this is making it very easy on me, which is nice. Nice. And then this guy will do the cation exchange beads, greater than 0, again, 1, 2, and we'll set up the filter there. Cool. So I hope that makes sense. Basically, we're just going to set the values that we want for all the items, and then we're going to subtract whatever's in the warehouse from whatever is in the whatever's from the warehouse from whatever's in here, and we'll end up with the values that we need. And then we just need to do the exact same things over here. So we say anions are greater than 0. We say iridium plates are greater than 0. And then finally we say this guy is greater than 0. There we go. And this we're going to actually switch from that to inactivity. We're going to say 5 seconds is fine. Yeah, and that should be good. Looks like it didn't do everything it needed to, but that's fine. We've at least got some items working, and now we can actually do the fun part, which is going to be setting up the whole process to actually do all of the processing. So we've got, first things first, we've got our 16 pulverizers, and let's move a little ways away so we can do this nicely. So what we're going to do first, I do want to do this pretty nicely overall. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We want to be able to fit one of these guys in the middle. Okay. That's goal number 1. We're going to do this. It's going to be 4 like this, 4 like this, roughly like that, I think. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 10. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. There we go. So that's all 16. So obviously that's not exactly how we want to do it, but it's fine. We will make it work. Now, how do we want to do this part, right? We've got this. So we need to get iridium here, and we need to get naquitite here, and then we need to deal with iridium powder and iridium plate coming out and water coming out. Oh, jeez. So I guess let's set these up. That's fine. It's not ideal, that's for sure. The one nice thing is that we can set up the prod mods in all of these, right? Set those up. Set those up. Very cool. Okay. So now we need to actually get stuff in here. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do direct insertion with the loaders or if I want to use inserters. So how fast is this? 4 seconds to load 8 naquitite? Ugh. Jeez. I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to do double belt down the middle. And we're just going to do split naquitite and iridium plates. So the problem though is actually getting them joined in, right? How's this gonna work? So let's see. We're gonna have one here, one here. I'm gonna tell this guy to come out here really quickly so that we can actually get our items. Now, I guess I'm gonna grab iridium plates first, which they grabbed for us, which is nice. I'm gonna have to set up a recycling system-ish for the iridium powder, but that shouldn't be too bad. We're just gonna have to have a train that comes and picks that up, which is fine. All right, let's have the plates come down here. Okay. And then how this is going to work is a little bit convoluted. So first things first, we're going to have an input priority here for plates coming off of the crushers, okay? Then we're going to have this guy get joined in to our other belt. It's going to be like that, there we go, nice. So we've got that. We're going to put down inserters all along the way. Ooh, can't quite do Can't quite do the nice thing, but that's fine. We'll just line all these up. I don't know that this is the best solution ever, but you know what? It works, so I'll be happy. I mean, the nice thing is we can put that like all the way over there and still power everything. So we can just run this down the rest of the way. There we go. Okay, there's that. And then over here, we need to do something similar. We need to have this. We need to have input priority on this side. And then we'll have this. And there we go. Okay, so that's that. And then we do need to do some piping along here, because we're gonna have to deal with all this water that's gonna be coming out of these. So how I'm gonna do that is I'm just gonna do this and then copy paste that bad boy. And actually what I'm gonna do then, copy paste that. Ooh, that's a bit annoying. Is it not? Nice. So that fits, which is lovely. And we'll just do that there, that's fine. Cool, so we got all the water hooked up, which means that we can then actually deal with said water. And how I'll do that is down here. I will go like this, and I'll go like this. I will drop off as much as I can into these guys. And then we'll have this, this. And I do have 2 little stacks to burn off all that water. Nice. Okay, so that's basically step 1. We do have to deal with the outputs of that now, which is going to be fun. So this is the stuff that we actually want. This is the stuff that we need to put back into the system, and we've already dealt with that. So that's cool. So the iridium powder. What I'm going to do now, for now, just set up a warehouse here. That's going to grab it. How do I want to do this? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set this up. I'm going to say this is going to be this guy and this guy. And then here, we're going to filter for these there. We're just going to put the powder here, right? So I think that that's fine. Except we're going to go like this. And like this. And then we're going to copy that. And we're going to paste it all the way down. Okay, and then we're going to do Shift G and flip it around, mirror it. Actually, no, we're not going to mirror it. Hold up. First, we're going to do this. We're going to do it the smart way, guys, so we don't have to do that again. Then we're going to copy this whole dang side. Now we're going to do Shift G, rotate it around, and we're just going to paste it down one time. And then here, what we'll do is we'll have an output priority of here for iridium plates. There's our iridium plates. And then over here, do that. And where can this reach to? There we go. Nice. Okay, so we're storing our 1 iridium powder for now. That's going to take a super long time to fill up. And then that means that we can deal with our Naquitite powder, or our crushed Naquitite ourselves. Now, I may just do this, actually, pretty much everywhere else. This is going to be crushed Naquitite. I think I'm just going to do that, honestly. And we'll paste it down then at the end on the other side once more. There we go. Okay. Alright, that's fine. And then I have a funny feeling that these belts are not quite enough. But that's just a feeling I got. I don't actually know. Let's put these guys down here. That's going to annoy me that that's not lined up, so let's do that. Let's line it up, line it up. Oops. Can't line it up there at all. Jeez. Okay. That's all lined up. Okay, we'll do that. Yeah, I don't think blue is going to be enough, and I don't think that one belt here is going to be enough, so we might have to split it off a bit. But that's okay. You know what? We'll do that here shortly. I don't want to do it just yet. Oops, that is also not what I wanted to do. We're going to delete that. Okay, we're going to copy. That's what I wanted to do. Copy this whole freaking side. And then Shift-G again. Rotate it twice. And put that down. So now that's going to do all the crushed stuff over here. Like, once more, blueprints are so nice. So nice. Now, what is going on here? We don't need that. Sweet. Again, I don't think blues are probably good enough here. But, legitimately, I don't think that it's ever going to really be a problem. Okay. So, going on from here. How do we do this? We need refined Naquitite to go into our naquium powder. And we also, crushed. And then we also need crushed to go into the refining process. Both of which are basically just one chem plant each. Although one is 2. So, we got 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Seems good enough for me. Oh, shoot. I forgot to finish putting prod mods in those. That would be good to do. Hold up, let's turn the power off. Power off. Stop working. Stop working! Stop working! Of course, like the one that has no prod mods is the only one that's still working. Okay. That'll basically stop it. Alright. Now, moving down here. Yikes, dude, that is taking so long to save. Okay, we're gonna go here. There we go, okay. Roughly equal here. I don't think it's gonna be exactly equal. Close enough. So this one's gonna do powder, and we only have one doing powder, and then we're gonna have these two doing refined Naquitite. Now, we got more water coming out here. Not much, just a little bit. So we actually can do something like that. Oh, let's do that. This one has, ooh, it outputs sulfuric acid. Interesting. I think I'm just gonna burn the sulfuric acid off at this point, honestly, simply because I don't feel like dealing with it. It's just really annoying, and we just don't have time to deal with it. I don't feel like putting it back in the system. I don't think it's gonna be like a crazy amount. I say that, and I feel very guilty about doing that, but I do think it's the right call. Okay. Let's grab our, what is this, Kyanite slush. So let's do that. We've got more Naquitite in here, which is sweet. Okay, we're out of pipes, that's fine. Let's just do this here really quickly. Okay. And I'm going to have to go grab pipes and a few other things. So I'm going to go grab some materials really quickly, and I'll be back to finish off our build. Hey everyone, we are back here, and I have grabbed some items so that we can finish off our build here. As you can see, I already did the pipes for the Kyanite slush, so that is good. And then we just need to finish off a handful of other things. As you can see, I filled in some of the modules here. Now, let's see, this Kyanite, or wait, hold on. So this is the Kyanite slush here, right? So let's do that really quickly. That just looks weird, but whatever. It'll work. Okay, then we need to grab the vitalic acid. So we're just going to run this guy down here. And you might notice that I'm also walking faster, and that's because I finally, despite having it unlocked for an incredibly long time, I finally got around to making the next level of thruster suit. So I actually have a level 3 now, which I had unlocked for an incredibly long time and just never actually did. And I just hooked up the wrong thing to this, didn't I? Because I'm a doofus, and yes, I did. That's fine. We'll just, what we'll do is we'll just come right down here and go like this. Oops, cannot do that. It's gotta be like this. In which case, we might as well just go like this. Right? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. And then we'll still do the vitalic acid here. Salvage that one, made it look like I knew what I was doing, even though I clearly don't. Okay, here comes vitalic acid out this direction. And let's see, this is gonna go right here. All right, cool. That is that. Nice. That'll work. Okay, so let's run back down over here then, so that we can figure out what is going on. So here we're doing the refine, and here we're doing the powder, right? Okay, all of these are getting hit by this, so that's good. Then we need the anion exchange beads here, and we need cation exchange. Oh my god, dude. Okay, so this is going to be a bit interesting. So what I think we're going to do, this outputs cation, and this outputs anion. Nice. So we're going to like just keep swapping beads back and forth when it when it outputs them, right? So let's see. Yeah, so I think what we're going to do, so check this out. We're going to have like the anion exchange beads come in here. And that'll join with the crushed Naquitite. But we're also going to have an input priority here that's going to allow us to grab them from this process, basically. Okay, there we go. Let's join that up. Okay, there's one. Okay, so we got everything except for the anion exchange beads. So let's go grab those. And this belt will be for those. Yeesh. Okay, so this is going to be anion exchange beads. There we go. All right, let's make sure we go as far as we possibly can with that, just to save on belt. Does it really matter to us at this point in the game? No. Am I still going to do it? Absolutely, because it's the principle of the matter. Now here, obviously, we just do that because it's a quick little dirty thing that we can do. Could we make it better by doing undergrounds here? Yes. Is it really worth me going back and fixing it? No. No, it is not. So there's that. And there's that. And this should switch on pretty quickly here. Check it out. We've got our first refined Naquitite and Naquium powder. Now, we're going to have a lot to do in terms of dealing with outputs here. So never fear, we have a lot to do here still. But that's one. Ugh, how are we going to do this? When I say how are we going to do this, what I'm really referring to is how are we going to balance like the crushed Naquitite coming out? Not exactly sure, to be honest with you. Okay. Okay, so there we go. We're now, I mean, it's kind of balanced, right? Okay, so we've got the same thing here. Very cool. Now, okay, so this is going to be outputting beryllium powder, which we're going to have to work on shipping back to... Yeah, which we're going to have to work on shipping back. Now, one oversight that I did have here, it looks like, is I forgot that this will back up awkwardly. Potentially. Yuck. I don't really have very much room here, do I? Okay. Output priority here is going to be the plates. Okay, I'll grab those plates, that's fine. But then what I'm gonna have to do over here. Okay, there we go. That will have to suffice. Okay. Cool, and then in the meantime, we are going to work on getting this guy set up. So we're going to need the holmium cable and cation exchange beads. And then this makes holmium powder, anion exchange beads, and the sulfuric acid. Now, I forgot to grab little things to burn off all the stuff, didn't I? Sure did. So I'm going to have to grab those. So let's do this really quickly. So that's just going to be to burn off. And then how this is going to work, what we're going to do here is these guys are on this side going to output, let's see. I probably accidentally picked them up. Okay, so anion exchange beads, or those are cations, I guess, but whatever. You know what I mean, right? And then what we're going to do, so this needs 3 solid inputs, whereas this needs only 2 solid inputs. So what we're going to do is we're going to share between, well, let's see, numbers. What are the numbers again? 20 crushed. Okay, it's not going to be the crushed that shares, let me tell you. It is going to be the other 2 that share with each other. So what we're going to do to split this is we're going to come down here. We're going to bring that across. Okay, and then we're going to join those together like that. Okay, so there's the crushed stuff. And then we're going to share the belt between the holmium cables and the cation exchange beads, which we can actually do pretty easily right here, right? So this is going to be cation, and this is going to be the holmium cable. Okay, and then we're going to go like this, go like that, and then we're going to just run along right here. Okay, there we go. Nice, and that lines up perfectly, and that will put everything in. Now, the one thing that we do need to do first, though, is, how do we guarantee that it gets, yeah, that is the one way to guarantee that it gets on the right side of the belt, or the correct side of the belt, I should say. Okay. So basically, the reason we do this is so that we guarantee that the cation exchange beads get on the left side of the belt. And then what we're going to do is we're going to join the belts together like that. Bring them over here. Do this, do input on that side. Hey, check it out, it ran. We love seeing things running. And then we're going to basically put those back in, and then from here what we're going to do is we're going to say going out, we're going to do the anion, right? There's the anion. And those are just going to come right back in here. Let's do a quick lane balance so that we make sure that it for sure gets in, right? There we go. All right, so that is going to be how those get recycled. So basically, we can just keep recycling the anion exchange beads here and the cation ones here as much as possible, which is really cool that we can do that. And then we do need to then deal with the naquium powder, the naquium, refined naquitite, and then the holmium powder. So the holmium powder and the beryllium powder, we're going to make some belts to do that. So this is going to be beryllium powder. And that's going to go here and here. This is, I'm going to jog up one so that it can, oops, so that I can go across like that. Okay, there's beryllium powder. And that is going to get run down this way to this warehouse as well. So we're going to have a little bit of everything in this warehouse for the moment. We've got some iridium powder, we're going to have beryllium powder, and I'm going to get the holmium powder in there as well from here, right? So we need to do... Actually, if we do this like this, we can put a splitter here. We can put this belt down. And then let's do this really quickly. This is going to be the holmium powder, right? Yep. Okay. I picked up a bunch of naquitite powder, but that's fine. Okay, so that's holmium powder. Boom. And I think we're good. Nice. Okay, I just want to make sure that that worked. It does. So then what we can do is we've got all of our refined naquitite, our naquitite powder. We've got all of the byproducts dealt with, which means that we now can actually, you know, get to the task of doing the real production of this stuff, which is done in first 23 centrifuges, and then that makes crystals, right? Which we do, yeah, which I don't know how the balancing for this is going to work per se. I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to like combine the outputs of all three of these with one another, so the powder and the refined stuff together, you know, and then from there split it off to the different places that it needs to go, because we need probably about 2/3 of it-ish, maybe a little bit more, to go towards the crystals, and then the rest to go to the actual naquitite ingots. Ooh, I forgot about pyroflux, didn't I? Remember I had taken that train station out? I think I need to put it back in. So we're gonna put it back in. Okay. This should be, yeah, this, I knew that name was gonna get screwed up. So let's just fix that name really quickly. That is gonna be Cryonite Slush Drop. Ooh, and that screwed up our, yeah, that screwed up our Cryonite Slush Train. Yeah. Freak. So we need to switch this back. Cryonite Slush Drop is empty. Cargo. Cool. Alright. Sorry. I just knew that that screwed things up, so wanted to make sure that we didn't get screwed over by that. Now we can put one of these guys down there, and then that'll be for pyroflux, which we'll be using here very shortly to actually do smelting. Now, that also takes methane gas, which will be easy to do. But in the meantime, we're going to start with these centrifuges doing the naquitite crystals. So we're going to need 23 of them. And I don't know how this belt is going to look. Now, how much is this per minute? It's a decent amount per minute, right? Yuck. I really hate this. So this is 1,900 items per minute, right? And if we've got 45 items per second, I think that's 1,900 exactly, but it's not 2,300. So we're gonna need at least 2 belts for powder, just for this thing, right? That's not even to mention... that's not even to mention powder for the other process. So it's gonna end up being like 4 total belts of powder, and right? Something like that, I think. I'll have to do the math exactly, but I guess for this layout, what we'll do, we'll start over here. I just want to give myself enough room to do this, right? How long is this? Good God. That is long. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. I just wanted to get them right next to each other, and then from there, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 apart, I think. And then we can put, well, I was going to put the beacon there, but this actually hits all of them right from here anyways, which is pretty sick. All right, and then we can fill these all up with our prod mods. And then Ah, jeez Louise, dude. So these just output... Oh, man. Yuck. They output naquium powder, refined naquitite. Ugh. So they output them as well, which is really, really ugly. Yuck, dude. Okay. I'm going to actually probably end up moving these over even more. I think I'm going to have to rethink this. So, how this is going to work... Maybe what we'll do, actually, is we're going to delete all but one of them, and then this one single building we're going to figure out and then copy and paste it, okay? So coming in, right, I think I am going to do like this. Coming in, we're going to need 2 inputs. Okay, 2 inputs. And then going out, we need crystals. Going out, we need vitalic reagent. Now, actually, how we can do this is going out, we can have vitalic reagent, and then that can loop back in on itself with an input priority to the vitalic reagent from this, which I think will work. And then we also need to have an output of naquium powder and refined naquitite. Oh, geez Louise. You know what we can try and do? So we can have naquium powder. I think that having like little loops like this will cut down on total space needed, right? And when I say that, total belt needed, I should say, because basically it saves on having to like have multiple belts looping back because of the total amount of product needed to do that, right? It just sucks that this building footprint is so small. But that means doing it this way, basically, it means that we can have a more tileable kind of setup. And so this, like, going out here would be the refined naquitite. And then we'll do something like this. An input priority here. Right. And then going out here, we'll have crystals. Okay, I think that that works. The problem is like, how do you tile this, right? Because the refined stuff doesn't really tile well. It's gonna, well, the refined stuff we could have come along the side and just poke in here. I think, yeah, that's fine. And then this stuff, what we can have it do is we can actually have it poke through like this, which actually fits really nicely for like doing tiling kind of stuff. So let's copy this bad boy. And we're going to need to paste this a bunch of times. Now, that doesn't really work, does it? Because, do you see what I'm saying? Like, I got to jog it over. I mean, it'll work. It's just not as nice as I was hoping it would be. Okay, so that's fine right there. Yeah. So that's 3, 4. Okay, 4. And then what we'll do here is we'll have a wide area beacon here. And then we'll do, I think, like this. So that's 8 total. I mean, I'm going to just do 24, I think, at this point, because the numbers will work out more nicely. So that's 8. And then this we can actually... Oh, wait, we do need to keep it a little bit of ways, don't we? At least probably there. 8, that's 16. Ooh, and it's too close anyways. So let's actually... You can do Control-Z, which I didn't know about for the longest time, actually. Control-Z is super awesome. You can just hit Control-Z and it'll undo your last, like, blueprint command, right? And then... So that's 16, and then we're going to do one more paste down over here. Let's do this. Let's copy, or cut all that, and move it, like, right down here. Okay, and then we're gonna do one more paste down, and we're just gonna do it like that, and that'll be 24 total. So we're just gonna have to grab one more centrifuge, I think, for this, which is fine. I don't mind doing that. And I think that that is good. So I'm going to go grab some more resources because as you can see, I've run out of belts. And then we'll be back to finish off this freaking awesome build. Alrighty guys, we are back here and I am just jumping up in the air to head over to finish off this build really quickly, which of course is as easy as just flying over here and letting my bots do their thing. Unfortunately, that was literally most of our belts and I don't even have enough of these loaders. And you know what else I noticed? I do not have a great way to get... Oh, you know what? That is kind of a sick way to be able to get the crystals out, huh? Okay, we're definitely doing that. Because that works really, really nicely. And then we'll just copy this and like paste it over this, and this, and this, and this, and this, to make it really easy on ourselves. And again, I'm out of splitters. Jeez Louise, dude, that's crazy. I'm gonna have to grab more stuff here, I guess. But in the meantime, I do have these guys, which I only need really one of them. No way I'm gonna need more than that. And we can work on... Oh, well, we can get that hooked up. Nice. We do want to get some output going, though. I don't have my express output, or my express loaders, though. Because I just used them all. Nice. Well, I guess in the meantime, what we're going to do is, this is just literally as temporary of a solution as you could possibly get. We're going to have something along the lines of this. Okay. So, for instance, we're going to do powder here. We're going to do refined here. Okay. And then we're going to just copy, paste, copy, and paste, copy, and paste, and then copy and paste, I guess? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so, how are we going to do this? So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to grab a balancer that is going to be a 3 to, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 balancer, a 3 to 6. Is that right? I guess a 3 to 6 balancer, I don't know. I don't know what the difference between these two are. I feel like the big ones usually work better, but I don't actually know that for sure. But we're going to do the big one anyways, and we're going to go right about here probably. Again, we don't have enough stuff. But we're going to do, let's see. We need to do powder, and we need to do, oops. And we need to do the refined. So this one here is going to be the powder, I think, because powder, yeah, powder is going to go straight up. So let's do that. Oops, I did that the wrong way. Oops, frick. There we go. And then this powder is going to do the same. And then this powder is also going to do the same. Nice. And then over here, we're going to have the third one of our refined. We're going to have the second one of our refined. And we're going to have... Ooh, that doesn't quite work, does it? Okay, this should work though. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Ooh, another long autosave here. Okay, there we go. And then over here, once again, we'll do this. Nice. except it'd be better if it was facing the correct way. And then basically how this is gonna work then, right, is this is gonna come right down here. And then we're gonna need a bunch of splitters along here. But basically we'll split this off like this. Wow, lots of blue belt, holy moly. Okay, so that's basically how it's gonna look, and then basically, once again, we'll copy that and paste it onto all of these to hook it up, and then we're just gonna have to do the same thing for the powder. What the powder's gonna do is, the powder's gonna be like this, and actually it's just gonna go, oops, not like that, it's just gonna go like this. Boom. That's the powder, right? And that's literally all it is just hooking it up to this guy, because we've got these undergrounds that hook up to the next one, so we don't even need to worry about it. So let me go grab some more materials, and then we're gonna try and get this bad boy underway so that we can actually see it start to make crystals, and I think that is gonna be the episode, so stay tuned, I'll be right back. Okie doke, guys, we are back here, and we are going to fill this in really quickly. The one other thing that I do need to do really quickly is I do need to grab a belt of the Vitalic reagent. So that's going to come out of here. And how are we going to do this? It's going to be Vitalic reagent. Okay, there we go. Let's bring it right across. And then this, we're going to bring this way, I guess. And then we'll run it down from there. So I guess it's gonna go right here. And as you can see, I did grab a ton of belt and a lot of extra other things as well, so that we hopefully do not run out for the remainder of this build. Oh, need to go a little bit further. And there go the bots. Bots are going crazy. Now let's switch these guys out. This one is, whoops, this one is powder. Powder. This one here is going to be, whoops, frick. This one here is going to be the refined Naquitite. There we go. And then I'm going to copy that and basically put it down here and there. And then I'm going to copy this guy and put it down there and there. Okay. So we've got all of that done, and you can see we've got all of our stuff coming along. Missed the connector there for the Vitalic reagent. But then, so basically the Vitalic reagent is going to come right along. Oops, this needs to go one further. And then this guy's going to go right like this, and basically just hook in like that, and then keep going. So that's the Vitalic reagent, just like that. Actually, it could have gone there. Whatever, it's fine. And that's the Vitalic reagent, and basically this thing just needs to get powered to start working. But before I power it, I would like to actually... Oops, let's do this guy, right? Let's copy this and paste it, so that way we can have them all start working all at once. So we need that. There we go, there's that. And then we're gonna need to do the powder. So that's gonna go like right in here. That's one. That's two. This is gonna be three right here. Ooh. And we've got to pick some of this crap up, which we'll, of course, get rid of, but obviously you can't build on that, so we just need to get rid of it really quickly, which is fine. At least we didn't have to deal with any biters for it right now. Okay, and then we can just... build these all the way back. Come on, there we go. There's that one, that one, that one, and that one. And then this guy is going to be the tricky one. We're going to have to, like, do this all the way through. right? I think we have enough room here. I hope we do. I think it might just be like just enough room to actually fit through all of the resources that we need. And of course, we don't want to use all of the powder and refined Naquitite right now for just crystals, but in the end, it won't actually end up mattering if we do. Basically, the only reason we wouldn't want to is because we don't want to use it all of our existing Naquitite for just that. We would like to continue to use it as wisely as possible since our supply of it is relatively low. But okay, I think that that is everything now. The only thing that's not happening are these guys, and I don't know why, and I do know why now. It's because we don't have enough. We've only got this little bit that has already come through here, so we're gonna start powering all of these up, but only these down here are actually gonna work because they are the only ones that are gonna have the vitalic reagent for the time being. So down here, as you'll see, we'll be getting out our crystals, and they're gonna be pretty slow right now, but at least we're gonna be getting them, and that's really what matters. Now, we might be able to make a decent amount, but again, it's just going to be, at this point, dependent on vitalic reagent, which I'm going to be doing some work on upping our vitamelange processing offline. There's a lot to do for that, so I just don't want to spend like whole episodes doing that since we've done something similar already in the past. So that's going to be the goal. So yeah, these guys are just going to work while they can, and then they'll run out of resources eventually. These guys are still working. As you can see, it doesn't actually spit out the resources quickly enough. So there's a lot of work to do. And yeah, we also don't have enough crushed getting through here either. We're going to have to work on some extra supply belts for the actual Naquitite down here, I think. Which will come along the sides, basically, and drop them in to certain areas along the way. But that's going to be a problem for next episode, because this one has already been quite long, and we're doing the best that we can. So, thank you guys for joining today. I hope you guys are enjoying. We are getting so close to actually having Naquitite ingots in the system, which is going to be very exciting because that means that we are just one step closer to doing our first deep space science packs, which we have been waiting for quite a long time. So, in the meantime, I'm going to work on some vitamelange, and we will be back here to finish off this process next time. I will see you all then.